What is going on, everybody? Coach Ben here. Are you in a calorie deficit and you just want some pizza? Hey, I've got a solution for you. Stay tuned. Okay, so today we're going to be making the Coach Ben egg and potato pizza, okay? Yes, sounds a little crazy, but hey, it's really good. Okay, so what we're gonna need is a russet potato. We're gonna need some egg whites. I like egg beaters, a little bit thicker. I've got 2 whole eggs, just some traditional pasta sauce, some low-fat cottage cheese. This is 1% fat. Got some shredded cheese, and then in the interest of time, off camera, I just cut up some peppers and onions, and some black olives. And I've also got my food scale out here so I could measure everything. But I will tell you that the macros of the version I'm going to be making is 75 grams of carbs, 20 grams of fat, and 50 grams of protein. For me at this moment, 20 grams of fat at a meal is very easy to fit into my macro targets, as I'm at 75 grams of fat a day, as well as 380 carbs. So it's easy to fit in. If you want to make any substitutions, to make it lower fat, you absolutely can. Use more egg whites. You can use 1 egg. You don't have to use any eggs. I would still keep in the cottage cheese. Swap out the shredded cheese, and this is reduced fat, but swap out the shredded cheese for some grated cheese, okay? You can use 5 grams of this, which is two teaspoons, gives you a little of that cheesy taste. Very low in fat. That's 1.5 grams of fat, as opposed to 6 in a serving of this. Anyway, we're going to weigh our potato. It weighs 200 grams, which is 7 ounces, just about. So what we're going to do now is I'm just going to make a baked potato. I punch holes in it already. We're just going to make a baked potato in the microwave, okay? So I'll put it on about, 2.5, 3 minutes for saute. And then we're going to get on to the next step. Okay, so while the potato is cooking, I am going to prep these pans. Spray a little cooking spray in each pan. Small pan here, I'm going to saute the peppers and onions now. And if they're sauteed and ready to go a little bit ahead of time, that's fine. I'll just set them aside. Just going to spray some pan spray. And the skillet here, I really like the cast iron, non-stick. Put a little spray in there, it works great. And hey, just how I can make calories low. Like using the spray, it's a minimal amount of calories as opposed to taking olive oil and just dumping it all in the pan or something, right? Little things like that help you go far in this process. So anyway, I am going to put this burner on. We're going to put our veggies in there. I'm going to put the olives in later. Personal preference, I don't like the olives being like super kind of sauteed, I guess, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to put the peppers, onions in there, and I'm going to cover that. And I'm just going to use this. I'm just going to use the oversized cover from the other pan. Put that on. It'll begin to saute. Here, like I set this aside. You're going to want to use a hand mixer to blend up everything once we're ready to go. Trust me, it's worth the investment. It will change your life. I'll do another 230. I'll flipped it, and it will be good to go. Okay, baked potato's done. It was done well before the 2.5 minutes was up. I just added cottage cheese. I actually got a little bit on my cutting board, so it's a little messy. But we're gonna take this potato and I'm just gonna cut it up. Cut up into some small pieces. Here, just like so. And we're gonna toss these in to our bowl here. So you don't have to be fancy with it. I'm gonna zero that out. I'm gonna add in my egg whites. 100 grams of cottage cheese. I used 100 grams of the cottage cheese. We're gonna use 100 grams of egg whites. A little bit more. Okay. I'm gonna add in the 2 whole eggs. Okay, we're gonna add in some seasonings now. So we're gonna use some black pepper. We're gonna add in some onion powder. Basil, very important for any Italian style food. Be pretty liberal with that. Some oregano. And I normally love using garlic powder, but I just realized I am out, which is not good, but we'll survive. Creole seasoning. Hey, this goes good if anything, so I'm gonna put some of that in, and that's that. So I won't change the camera angle. We're gonna blend this up. Okay, as you can see, we've got everything in here, and we're gonna blend this up now. You could have peeled the potatoes. I usually don't. Again, you don't have to. So we're gonna blend this up. Got my hand mixer here. It's gonna take a little bit, and so we become very thick. So check it out. Okay, so our vegetables are pretty much sauteed and ready to go. The pan is warm. Let's add our mix. Oh, here we go. Put this on a lower setting. And we are just gonna add this in. Pretty thick here, guys, as you can see. Okay, I'm gonna cover this and let it sit for about 10 minutes, and we'll be good to go. Honestly, if you overcook it a little bit, it's actually not a bad thing because the potato makes it kind of like a crust in a way, if you will. Okay, I've had the pan on about medium low, and it hasn't been 10 minutes, and it is good to go. So what we're gonna do now is add our sauce, our cheese, and our veggies, okay? So I'm gonna pour in our sauce here, all right? Gonna spread that around a little bit. Get a nice even coating across our egg pizza here. Sauteed veggies, I'm gonna add them in now. And like, you don't have to add the cheese if you don't want to. If it doesn't fit into your macro targets, if you prefer not to, you don't have to, okay? I'm going to just because I want to, and I can make it fit, right? But again, you do not have to. All right, we're gonna add in our cheese now, already weighed out, 25 grams. Add a little extra basil over the top, and I am gonna cover this for about a minute or so, let everything melt. You could go on low, or you could just turn the burner off, because the omelet is done. I'm just gonna let everything get warm, the cheese melt, and it'll be good to rock and roll. All right, guys, check it out. It is done and looking freaking awesome. So I'm gonna take this out of the pan, put it on a plate here, and we're gonna enjoy some good breakfast. All right, so it is done. I'm just gonna eat it like I would a normal omelet with a fork. I mean, I guess you could cut it like a pizza, but we're not gonna mess with that. We're just gonna dive in. Looks freaking awesome. The cottage cheese is important to volumize the omelet, as is the potato. It also gives it that kind of crusty, texture, feel kind of deal. So yeah, give it a shot, guys. You can make substitutions for certain things I put in here. Try it out, make your own variation, and tell me what you did, okay? But give it a try, okay? Because you will not regret it. Take care.